Okay. So this is 101 is daily charts, and currently on the daily chart, market structure is bearish. Price came to clear this high into this fair value gap that you see here. There is a market structure shift right here, working bearish here, and below this low, aggressive displacement. Price put all the way back to premium, filled completely the fair value gap into the other block that you see here, and has broken down. So the first target has been met of this low, but we have more targets down here. We have this low, perfect equal lows. So this candle's low and then this candle's low, equal lows, right? And down here we have another equal low. Let me mark that. So these lows are also relatively equal. So we have more targets to the downside. So right now we have a new range, this candle high to this candle low, because a new break of structure has happened. Right there. So price is pulling back within premium of the range. And within premium of the range, we have fair value gap down here. We also have a BPR. This is a bullish fair value gap working with a bearish fair value gap. So that's a BPR. So let me mark that. I think I'm interested in that level. So as price is coming there, I'll be looking for a possible turnaround on the 1 hour chart to continue selling to the sell side liquidity pools. I was expecting early this morning for price to react from here to attack those levels, but we decided to clear all these highs. So right now, price is bullish on the 1 hour chart. And after the break, it just ran away. It didn't give us any entries to be part. So we just wait for reactions around these areas. And on the 1 hour chart, if it breaks bearish, we look to attack sell side. So that's all we have on 101s. We don't have any opportunity to buy. Price has already run away toward the target. So we'll come back to it if confirmations are given later on. So let's check this 50. With 50, I have missed a beautiful setup. It happened when I was asleep, 12 midnight. So I was actually looking for sales from here. So let me go to the daily. Let me start from the daily. So the daily chart, as you can see, for some time now, price has struggled a lot to go above or close above this high. So we grab liquidity above that high. Various attempts on the daily chart, price try to close above that high and it failed. So multiple liquidity grabs have happened above this high. And we have a lot of equal lows here, down here, and then down here. Okay. Though the daily chart is bullish, but let's compare the move down here to what is happening here. Price is showing exhaustion after clearing these highs that you see here. Let me look at the left. Looking at the left, we have this old inefficiency with other block. So we have this fair value gap plus other block. Let me mark that. Okay. And we came into that inefficiency, into that other block. And price is also struggling above this size. Let me admit someone. I think someone is trying to join. So I'm looking for a possible run on sell side because price is showing exhaustion after taking liquidity. So let's go to the 1 hour chart. On the 1 hour chart, you can see this aggressive break of structure to the downside here. So after this break of structure to the downside, after clearing all these highs on the left side, the range is from this high to this low. Okay. Every high within the range is liquidity because the first low we saw with this upward move is this. And from this high, we came all the way to break the low. So we have a new range from this high to this low. So everything you see here is internal high or internal liquidity. So price came to run some internal liquidity. We are bearish. Price has come into premium of the range and price has run some internal highs and shifted bearish again. So what are we looking for? You're looking for sells to attack sell side, bunch of equal lows resting down here. So today, my first target for today is this relative equal low. And as I said, at midnight, 12 a.m., exactly, exactly at 12 a.m., looking down at the timestamp, price moved away. I didn't catch any entries. But let's look at the 15 minutes if we can get any entry because the move is already on. Yeah. So I'll go to the 15 minutes soon. Just want to mark a few levels here. Okay. So the 15 minutes, oh guys, such a beautiful entry, but we kind of missed it. We have this beautiful fair value gap that we just missed that entry as well. So right now, let's see if they can pull back to these two up close candles, the opening price, which has a fair value gap behind it as well. If price comes there, we are going to take sell. So we all can put a sell limit order there. Daily is bearish, 1 hour is bearish, 15 minutes is bearish, 4 hour is also bearish. And you can place stop loss a little bit above these highs here and target this. Our first target will be here, the equal lows there. So let's just hope price pulls back. And the time is also a good time. Let's hope for a possible pullback. So some of you may have to watch it for us, or let's just place a sell limit so that we can watch other pairs. If I ask you guys to monitor to draw my attention, you might forget and we will all miss it. So let's put a sell limit order on this 50 from that level that I've shown you. Okay. Good. I think the best stop loss should actually be above this high, but I think that would be too wide. That would be too wide. But let's trust this level and place stop loss a little bit above this high, which is fine. So stop loss at 216.0632. So I've set my sell limit. First target at 211.37. 211.37. Okay. Well, let's get that limit on, and let's check other ones. Let's check this 10-1s. Um, Yesterday, this 10-1s punished me. Gave me some little profits. I didn't take the profits. It gave me some 1.8 R, but I was targeting a big reward, and it came back for me. Anyway, let's do a quick top-down analysis. Go to the daily chart. So looking at the left side of the chart, see these clean equal highs, perfect equal highs. Buy side liquidity has been run. We've broken so many structures on the left um, at this leg. I can't really go to the weekly chart here, but let me quickly check the weekly chart on MT5 because I think this might be a weekly bearish leg. So let's see. Let me check. Yeah, so as I said, that's a weekly bearish leg. So this entire move is one leg down. Oh, someone is joining. Let me see. Let's continue. So this strong bearish move is an entire weekly leg, and we have a weekly breakup structure here. So if you are using tradingview.binary.com, you have to be checking T5 for weekly time frame. Okay. So buy side has been run on the left, weekly shifting market structure. Price has pulled back to premium of the weekly range. So let me check something on the weekly chart. Yeah, so this level is a weekly bearish order block. So let me mark that. So price has come into the weekly bearish order block and has taken buy side liquidity within that level. And is rejecting, strong rejection following it up. So I'm looking for sales on this 10-1s, and then the first target is this bullish order block as my target. We don't have any fair value gap down here. Looking for sales, and I'm targeting this order block here. And I believe by Tuesday next week, this coming week, probably we may have taken this low so that we can have a long-term sell to these gaps. But for today, I'm looking for sales, and my target is just this bullish order block. So let's go to the 1-hour chart. So premium level on the weekly chart, buy side run, and then we have the 1-hour chart shifting bearish. So don't be tricked here. 1 hour is bearish. So we have this buy side run. Let me use this. Price runs that buy side liquidity. We have a shifting market structure here. This low can be used as well. So price is bearish. You can see that we have this fair value gap in premium. We have this breaker block in premium. This is also a breaker block in premium. We are expecting price to pull back to this range so that we can look for what sells. So I think this fair value gap is nice to me. I'll mark that out. This breaker block is also very, very, very important. Beautiful run up to buy side. And we have a fair value gap in line with the breaker. So that's an important level. So we are going to be watching these two levels for a possible bearish confirmation on the 1 hour chart for us to look for setups. So here, I don't see anything reasonable here that price is reacting from. So even if price breaks this low, I wouldn't be looking for sales. There's nothing reasonable here. I want to see this fair value gap or this fair value gap and then the breaker behind it to be hit before I look for confirmations. If you measure from
Hello. Yes, I wanted to ask a
go
question.
ahead.
I need some clarity. Since we hit higher time frame institutional reference point,
Mm-hmm.
and then we break down on the 1 hour, and then now price is pulling back again to premium of that range so that we can look for a set.
Mm-hmm.
Like this pullback that we're having now, this leg that is pulling back up now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, like because we have a lower low before, then the price now break up. That break up structure that we have at this 1 hour leg
Yeah,
that is pulling up, yes, that place
yeah.
that we're pointing to
It's a
now.
valid
So
buy.
can you provide an explanation?
It's a
Yes.
valid buy. You understand that price had broken down aggressively after taking buy side and hitting a weekly premium level. Price has failed for a long time to come into premium levels and just breaking down. So once that you see
Yes.
this short-term liquidation, first of all, we took the left side. The initial targets on the left side were met, clearing these lows into this bullish order block.
Yes.
We have this
Mm,
short-term low being cleared, shifting market structure. This is a perfect buy. Though it's a counter trend, but as I said, counter trends are valid if liquidity has been taken. So the liquidity that price was
okay.
seeking has been cleared into an inefficiency and into an order block. We have liquidation again and
Okay.
a shift in market structure, aggressive market structure shift. We have a breaker block. Price pulls back to the breaker. It's a valid buy to target these fair value gaps. There is nothing wrong with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the only justification that makes a counter trend trade highly probable is when the liquidity pool that it is seeking has been taken.
Okay.
Yeah, so that buy is
Thank you,
a
sir.
valid one. So now price is pulling back, but as you can see, price has not hit 50% of the range yet. We are still below 50%, and above 50%, we have this clean institutional reference point. So this is just building up liquidity. It's trying to build retail support to retail resistance up here. So I'm still expecting a buy into this area before I look for sales. So there are two things that can happen here. Price can respect this area to buy, or price can liquidate this low to still buy. All the same, we only want to look for sales when price gets to this region. Now let's look at this leg on the 15 minutes chart. So on the 15 minutes chart, so as I said, price is just building resistance, retail liquidity, retail support, and resistance level. So 15 minutes chart, order flow is bullish as well as order flow is bullish on the 1 hour. As I said, that was the breaker entry. It was a valid one, but if you took this entry, your stop loss should cover to this point because of the fair value gap that was here. So price has come into this level, order block, reacted aggressively. Um, I'm expecting price to just buy from here or to take these equal lows before it buys. Whatever happens, we want to see price go up before any sales. I'm not looking for sales yet. So we'll be watching 5 minutes time frame for either the confirmation from here or liquidation of these equal lows before buys. Any of them, any of these scenarios are valid. So we will come back to this to work on it. By the time we come back to it, probably what we are looking for may have been met. So let's look at something different. The really reason why, if it was a pro trend which follows my actual higher time frame analysis, I would have just let us buy from here. But this is a counter trend. That's why I want to see further confirmation from here. But I would actually love to see liquidation of these lows before the buy. Because before you expect any aggressive price movements, you can likely expect liquidation before that aggressive movement. So we will come back and we'll check the 5 minutes. But for now, just leave it. Let me put it among the favorites. Let's check with 25. Uh, Go to the daily chart. So with 25 has formed a perfect equal high up there. So that's the setup that I shared with you yesterday. Perfect equal highs up there. I'm expecting that equal highs to be cleared before any strong sell-off to the downside. So let's check the 4-hour chart. So on the 4-hour chart, we can see that we have this huge inefficiency that price came in to fill, and it went up to form that equal high. So I'm still looking for a buy to attack that equal high. And let's check the 1-hour chart. So we have this huge inefficiency that price has been respecting for a long time. 50% of that inefficiency. Um, for a long time, price is respecting 50% of the gap, which is good. So we can still look for the buy scenario. So as you can see, price came in to fill this gap. So I'm doing this all of these explanations so that when you're doing your personal analysis, you can incorporate these ideas into it from the higher time frame to the lower time frame. So right now, our 1-hour bullish leg, as you can see, came here, expanded, broke structure of these highs all over. Yeah, so our 1-hour bullish leg is from this low to this high, and price is consolidating within the range. Okay. So until this low is broken, we are still bullish. Price can come for some short-term liquidation of these lows, but the idea is still bullish towards equal highs. If you are selling from here and your stop loss is here, you are giving smart money some meat to feed on. So I'd rather go with the buys and be proven wrong than to go with sells for now. So let's look at 15 minutes. Yeah, so price can come back to 50% of the fair value gap one more time, take some lows and then shift bullish to give us what you are looking for. A bunch of liquidity being engineered. So perfect. So we have this inefficiency that I would like to mark out, which is within our overall inefficiency on the higher time frame. So we'll be looking at the 15 minutes, or we'll be waiting on the 15 minutes to shift structure bullish. And then we will start attacking the bar side when confirmations are given. So that's what I'm looking for. And I believe after they clear these highs, there might be a short-term sell-off to come and clear some lows all the way. So many lows. But I want to see the highs being cleared before I think of any selling opportunity. So you come back to 25 to see if confirmations are met or not. Let's check 75 honest.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, talk to me.
So I wanted to talk about that V25 we were checking now.
So VIS 50 has given us the entry, guys. VIS 50 has given us the entry. I don't know if you guys have gotten the entry. The sell limit you put on VIS 50. Let me quickly go back to VIS 50. Yeah, so the entry has been given. I'll come back to your question soon.
Okay.
I'm gonna take some more entries. Okay. Okay, so the city has given us the entry that we are looking for. So go ahead.
All right, I was.
Check 75. I think I have
75.
Yeah, 15 minutes.
With 75, I'm looking for a close above this high. So that I will use the breaker block for entry. Right now we have
Okay.
the break of structure. All right, we have the break of structure. And there's nothing wrong taking the entry from this fair value gap. I think I'm going to risk something small on it. Add one more position when we close above the high. So we can buy the 75 one as well. Break, body break. All that matters is the narrative. So if you close above it, we can use the breaker for another entry. And now, since we have this weak break, we can enter from the last fair value gap. And the entry has been given. So we can buy with 75.
I will be going for the 5 minutes of the couple with breaker block. Check.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I think this can still keep
Going with
my
the fair value gap for initial entry. I'll add some more when they
yeah.
close above the breaker. Okay. The fact that we've been able to violate this high with this strong bearish momentum, with the break of structure, the fact that we violated it is giving me the impression that they might just go up for the equal highs that we've marked up there. We have a bunch of equal highs up here. Yeah, so the one that was asking the question should go ahead.
Okay, I was asking question as gather V25.
Have I analyzed VIS 25?
Yes, that is the one we just analyzed before we this. I was trying to ask if you think the price may want to like seek liquidity more deeper before we have.
Yeah, very, very, very possible. But I would
Okay.
expect this low to be protected. But this low
Okay.
can go this consolidation.
But in case, but in okay, I want to hear your this. In case that low that you point to now is not protected and price decided to come back into this because there's one little fair value gap. The low is it
That fair value gap has been filled. It was filled by this week.
okay, that's it, yeah,
It was filled by this week. That's why I'm expecting this low to be protected.
to protect them.
So
Okay,
let's
okay,
look at it.
let's see. Sure.
You see that
All right, all
yeah,
right.
right there. Partial partial fill.
Yeah, okay.
So that's why I'm expecting that to be taken to be protected. Well,
The reason why I'm asking is that, like for example, now if that low is not protected, you wait to see more price action
yeah,
before
yeah, yeah. I would like to
you go
see
for that. Okay,
aggressive movement up before I can trust that it will go up again. But
okay, okay.
overall, this low has to be broken before I'll think of any bearish price action.
Yes, because that is the leg this thing.
That,
That is our
that's the
new range now.
range that we are dealing with.
Okay,
Everything here
okay.
is just internal liquidity.
Internal. Okay, okay. All right, sir.
So we can also do a turtle soup entry if price breaks or take liquidity below this area. We can do a 30 soup entry by buying below that low and protecting our stop loss just here or below the
Okay,
fair value gap.
okay, sir.
That's that would be a turtle soup entry. I know it is not for everyone. Some of you are afraid of turtle soup entries, but that could be a nice entry also. And it can be a very sniper entry. Trust me.
Okay.
That scenario. So we come back to it. So now we've entered the 75 buy, and we are also in this 50 sell. This is massive. Let me check the 5 minutes chart. I think we have some more fair value gaps up there. Yeah, so as I said, the best stop loss should be here. Because you are reacting from this fair value gap plus breaker. So price can still come and seek some equal highs here and then still go down. So that's the breaker. So stop loss here. Uh, but when you reach the first point of liquidity, you take partials here and you leave the rest down to this area. So we are in both in this 50 and then 75. Okay. Let me change this for 10 color. Hmm. So my confirmation on this 10-1S will be a break of that order block. On 5 minutes, that's the 5 minutes high. On the 15 minutes order block. If we can violate it, I'll get the confidence to look for the buys to 50% of this range. And when price reaches here, you start looking for sales with confirmations. Now let's check 75 hundreds. So in 500s, I'm looking for sales. Let's check the daily. The daily chart is in consolidation after taking sell side liquidity here. And price has sold aggressively. So this is a little bit dicey. Price can now go to premium of the range. But one scenario is also that price can take these equal lows here before it goes to seek to rebalance these premium levels. So a buy is possible, a sell is possible. So, but the lower time frame will tell us what it wants to do first. So let's check the 4-hour chart. So even with the 4-hour chart, we have equal highs here. And we still have these equal lows here as well. But looking at market structure currently, we've taken buy side here on the 4-hour. And then there's a shifting market structure on the 4-hour. So it's likely they may take the equal lows first before they seek equal highs or buy side. And price has come into this fair value gap here, 50% of the gap taking equal highs within the fair value gap, and it is reacting bearish. So let's go to the 1-hour chart. Okay, so on the 1-hour chart, price has come into the 4-hour fair value gap, cleared these equal highs, and has broken bearish. And so that the 1-hour has broken bearish. Yeah, let me mark it this. So we've broken those two lows, bearish, and price has pulled back to this bearish order block that we can look for sales from. And we can sell right away, which is fine. All confirmations already met. Or we can look for confirmations. But selling from this 1-hour is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with it. So we can target these lows and then these lows. But overall, I'm targeting the lows that I've marked on the left. Way on the left side, this equal lows here. So already we also come into premium of the range. So let's check. I think this one should just be aggressive entry. This one should just be aggressive entry with stop loss above the area. Let this high. So we can sell this 75 one as well. The 75 one is for a sell. Okay. So I have entered sales of 75, 1S. Partials can be taken from this level. And then another, I think I'll target this level as my final target.
Yes, hello.
Yeah, so that's it for 75 one. Let's check step index. So step index, I'm looking for a possible sell from here. Order flow on the 4-hour is bearish. Let's check the daily chart. The daily chart is also bearish after breaking this low, though price is struggling a little bit within this order block. But price has broken this low here on the daily chart, so I'll be bearish. And look at this move and then this move. The momentum is on the bearish side. So on the 4-hour, we are bearish on the 4-hour chart. After taking buy side here. So there are two levels that I'm looking at. I'm looking at 50% of this wick. And I'm also looking at this fair value gap. So I'm looking for 1 hour or 15 minutes confirmation to take entries. So let's check the 1 hour to see something. Yeah, so if you can get a 1 hour shift below this swing low, that would be a perfect scenario to start looking for sells. Price can also just take the buy side liquidity into the fair value gap before giving us the possible sells. If any possible entries are given, first targets equal lows down here will be the target. So that's all for step index. I'm waiting for 1 hour bearish confirmation, like aggressive breakdown. Let's check with 10. So with 10 daily charts. Currently, with 10 on the daily chart is bullish. I was anticipating price to come for these equal lows, but they didn't go for it, and they have shifted bullish right here. So once the daily has shifted bullish, why not just follow the daily order flow? So price has put back to this down close candle bullish order block. On the 1 hour chart, it cleared some low here on the 1 hour chart into the bullish order block and has reacted. So hey, I'm looking for buys. I'm looking for price to continue going up since, don't get rid of this. Since the current market structure is bullish and we are in discount and reacting bullish, I'm going to look for buys. Let's check the 4-hour. Yeah, so the 4-hour, as you can see, price came to clear these equal lows down here into the daily order block and reacted bullish. So the 4-hour internal structure is bullish. We also have broken external structure here, but this is looking like liquidation instead of market structure shift. First, we had a wick break It tried again, another weak rejection, tried again, another weak rejection. So it's looking like liquidation instead of an actual break of structure. But we should be mindful of this internal bullish structure as well. If he really wants to sell and use this as just liquidation, then we have to break this low to give me that confidence. So yeah, we just keep following this internal structure because the daily is bullish. You're anticipating price to keep going up. But if this is going to be internal liquidation of that high to sell, then we have to break this low before I'll side with that idea. So let's check the 1 hour chart. So on the 1 hour chart, order flow is bullish on the 1 hour chart. Nice aggressive shift of structure above this high. Fair value gap respected. Nice shift. Fair value gap respected. Nice shift. Liquidity grab. Nice shift. Price is coming down to this down close candles. So I'm still looking for buys until we break the 4 hour low that I showed you. This low is also the a 1 hour low. So until we break this low, my bias is still bullish. So targets, first target, obviously this high, which has formed relative equal highs with this high. The second target will be this tiny order block here, which has fair value gaps as well. So that's how you look for targets. So first target, second target. So at this area, I'll be watching on the 15 minutes chart. I'm expecting if you're going to be bullish, this low has to be protected. This low has taken liquidity sell side and broken structure. So if you are going to be bullish, this low has to be protected. So I'll be watching the 15 minutes from this point. And we have some little fair value gap here as well, which is nice. So I'm watching 15 minutes to give a possible bullish confirmation. If someone is trying to join, let me quickly admit the person. Okay. So I'm looking for possible buy towards this level. Very simple. Let's check. So I think we are done going through it all. So let's review the ones that we are taking entries on. For this 100 one, there's expecting price to come deeper here. I like this breaker block. So if price can come back to that breaker block, all of these down close candles. It's a nice breaker. So I will still be bullish towards that level. So someone is trying to join again. And we have this breaker here as well with a fair value gap. Perfect area for a buy. So either we come here to give market structure shifts, possibly take this high before the market structure shifts, or come here first. So we're looking for this or that. Uh, come on. Where is it? that's it for this 100. So we took a buy entry on this 75. Let's see how it's doing. Okay, so it's coming deeper into the area. So stop loss is just below the swing low. If you are going to go up, we shouldn't take this swing low. That's where stop loss would be. Some of you said we are going to wait for a close above the breaker to take the breaker setup. But I took fair value gap entry, which is paired with this order block here. Change the color. Yeah, so I've already taken a buy on this 100 one is on the 75. So this is a trade I will hold for a while. I'll be taking partials at this point. At this point, and then the final target will be here. A lot of equal highs. So if this plays out, that will be a very good risk to reward. These are the kind of trades that you can grow your accounts massively with. So if it plays out, voila. If it doesn't, it's part of the game. The psychology has to be right to survive long term. And we took this 50 cells as well. Let's check this 50. Wow, this 50 is going crazy. So stop loss above the fair value gap here. So they've cleared this equal highs. And if you want to sell, you should start selling now. Check something here. Okay, so I adjusted my stop loss on this 50. I'm just gonna place that above that high, that swing high. But we still have this breaker. We have this fair value gaps here. So yes. The momentum is not looking good at all. So the setup is still very valid on the 1 hour chart. Taking buy side, break of structure, respected this bearish order block. Aggressive breakdown, another break of structure here. Price has pulled back to the bearish order block with fair value gap and gave this nice rejections. So yeah, I've protected my stop loss here. Let's see how it will go. So 75 honest, we are deep in profit. We are deep in profit on 75 honest. So you're going to take a partial down here. And our final target will be here. I think I have another higher time frame target all the way here. Let me check. Yeah, so we leave something small on after taking those two partials to see if we can come all the way here to the equal lows here. So first partial, second partial, and then the final target is here. We are bearish, price has come to premium, taking liquidity into a fair value gap. We are breaking down. So that will be the final target for a 3.5 hour. You can decide to also take your first partial here rather. Oh, this is looking very, very, very good. Oh my god, I used the wrong lot size. I wanted to use the lot size I used was too small. Too small. Any questions, guys? Any questions? Talk to me. Do you have any questions? If you have questions, talk to me, guys. If the 75 plays out, I'll be holding it all the way up there. Trust me. This high is so clean.
So, sorry,
Yeah.
please. That P75. Can you tell us the reason why we took the trade again,
Oh,
please?
okay.
And I want to confirm, did the price break the structure?
Yeah. There's
This structure here, did it
yeah,
break
there
it?
is a break by a wick break. Let me get rid of this
Okay,
blue line.
okay,
I hope you can see it now. We broke that high. We made a new high
okay, yeah.
by that wick.
Understood then.
And if you know and you've been following me, I take wicks as break and I take bodies as break. Because looking at this strong
Very
bearish
understood.
momentum, that break structure, if you are going to continue to go down, I don't expect this high to be violated. Strong bearish momentum, strong full body bearish order block on the side. So for us to violate that, it's an early sign that price wants to go bullish. Ideally, I wanted to see a close and a clean close above to give me a fair value gap
Yes,
and
we
a
have one
breaker
of those.
entry, but that didn't happen. So I just went in with this fair value gap for entry with this other block backing it. So anyway, here we are bullish here on the 1 hour broken structure here. Price has put back to the other block. We have fair value gaps within the other block here. Taking sell side, we violated this high. So my bias is bullish. Let's go to the 1 hour chart. Yeah, so on the 1 hour chart, sell side liquidity has been grabbed here, as you can see. And we have a shift in market structure. So sell side was grabbed, price formed a failure swing. Let me show you.
Yes.
A failure swing, which is formed after liquidity grab, is a very strong indication.
Yeah.
Failure swing, shift in market structure, a lot of fair value gas left
All right.
behind. We have this other block here. Let me just use the body of the other block to make the chart look clean. So the other block has been tapped, huge fair value gaps behind. First target is this high, and we have so many equal highs up here. So we've come into this 1 hour level, and on the 15-minute chart, we have that violation that I just showed you. Violated that high. So here, nice fair value gap. So as I said, if this thing plays out, I'll be holding it. I'll be taking partials, but I'll leave something on to try and see if they will come for these equal highs. Now let's check the daily chart. Now the daily chart is very clear that we are bearish, no doubt. We've broken structure here, bearish. We took liquidity here, so now we have a dealing range. We have a very nice dealing range. And the reason behind the counter trend is because the initial target that price was seeking has been taken. This clean equal lows. So that's the reason why I have this red bar all the way there. Clean equal lows. So that target has been met. We have another target down here. But since price has failed to come into premium for a long time, and we've taken liquidity, I'm expecting price to pull back before coming down for the next target here this week. So in the long run, I'm expecting at least this fair value gap to be filled. this fair value gap to be filled. We have a breaker block here as well. I'll mark the breaker like this. So I'm expecting price to pull back next week, possible pullback all the way to that level. Now on the daily chart, what do you see here on the daily chart? Let me get rid of this line. On the daily chart, the early buyers, those who try to buy here, that place stop loss here, their stop loss have been taken right there below. So the daily chart has liquidated this previous move up. So the early buyers have been taken out. And we are below sell side. So we can come into premium. As I said, the only justification for a highly probable counter trend trade is when liquidity has been taken. So the 1 hour chart is showing us a buy. We've taken higher time frame liquidity, equal lows down here being taken. And then the early buyers on the 1 hour chart, they have been cleared out. And price has shown bullishness again. So I like to see that buy. At least to come and clear the equal highs before the knee sells. So that's the reason behind the buy, nothing else. Because even though we are bearish, selling below lows, not so advisable. So we've taken a bunch of liquidity here as well. So let's see. So we trading, it has to do with a lot of reasoning, you know. Though having a mechanical structure is good, but sometimes you have to reason out with what price is doing. And with me, when I take a counter trend trade, I like to see if I'm going to take a counter trend trade against the daily chart, I want to see the daily chart taking its liquidity pool that it is seeking and giving me a 1 hour indication that it wants to buy. So 1 hour market structure shift. After the 1 hour market structure shift, I like to see a pullback to the 1 hour level for the 15 minutes to confirm to me that that 1 hour level would hold. So the 15 minutes has taken this high after coming to the 1 hour level. So that's very simple. Simple explanation behind this whole buy that I'm looking for. And once you can make sense of the setup, you just have to take it and take it with a proper risk. Take it with an amount that you can afford to lose. Don't be afraid to lose. If you're afraid to lose, you can never make money out of this market. Sometimes you can take trades and you can lose like 4 in a row. If you don't take the fifth time, you may see a very nice quality setup, but since you've taken 4 losses in a row, you become fearful and you wouldn't take that trade. And later you will come back and the trade that you didn't take would have gone to like 10R in profit. So don't be afraid of this of losses. Once you can make sense of the setup, take it and take it with a proper risk. And that's all. But normally, if you are taking a counter trend trade, you should reduce the usual amount that you normally risk. If normally you are risking $20 with a trade that follows the higher time frame, the daily chart and everything, that's fine. But if you're taking a trade against the daily chart or a counter trend trade, you can reduce it to half, like $10 risk. Because no matter how nice a counter trend may look like, it is still very, very, very risky. So you can reduce your risk a little bit if you're taking counter trend trades. Because with counter trend trades can look very, very nice, but it will still fail. So always reduce your risk with counter trend trades. And then you can go with your normal full risk with a pro trend setup. So that's how you should handle it. So 75 is selling very, very nice. So so 75 is a pro trend. It's a pro trend setup. As I explained earlier from the daily charts, I had two buyers. I had two buyers on 75 is. The first bias is that though we are bearish, but we've taken liquidity. So a possible retracement to premium is possible. But at the same time, we have equal lows here. So from this scenario, I had two buyers. Either it can go up or it can go down. So to choose which one to flow it, you have to check the 4 hour and the 1 hour to decide. So we came down to the 4 hour and we realized that on the 4 hour, we also have clean equal highs here. And then we have the equal lows on the left that I showed you on the daily. So price may seek one of them. Initially, it looked like it wanted to seek the equal highs. So it was giving these bullish moves. But all of a sudden, aggressive displacement to the downside, shifting market structure after liquidation of this high. So why not change your bias toward the equal lows? It makes sense. So a bias shifted to the equal lows, favoring the sell side than favoring the buy side. Fair value gap, POI, price has come into it, liquidation of these equal highs. On the 1 hour, confirmations are met. So now 4 hour and 1 hour is in sync towards our bias. So looking at the 1 hour, nice displacement, market structure shifts after failing the 4 hour fair value gap and taking these highs. So the bias is justified. So I think I saw price around here, when I look at the charts and I said we can just take this sell straight away. You don't need any further confirmation. And we took the cells and it's running very, very nicely. Sometimes you may have double biases, you may be confused. In those scenarios, let the 4 hour and then the 1 hour help you to decide what to do. And this is running well. So the first partial has been given, but I think I would actually take my first partial here. But if you use a very big a very big lot size, you can definitely take something off here. Right now, it's moving very nicely. Let's check on with 50. With 50 was playing stubborn. This 50 is going crazy. Now it has also broken above this 15 minutes high. Based on the 1 hour, the setup is very, very clean. Like, yeah. Based on the 1 hour setup, very, very, very clean. Buy side rated, break of structure, bearish order block respected break. So we have a nice bearish order flow, nice bearish order flow on the 1 hour chart. Currently, we are respecting this bearish order block. Came in once, rejected, came in and rejected. We took entry within this wick, which is an order block on the 15 minutes chart. Targeting equal lows, perfect and clean equal low here. So yeah. So that's the first target. We have some more equal lows here and some more, just a bunch of equal lows, like so many equal lows. So guys, give me a second. Get some water. Yeah, guys. So based on the 1 hour, the setup is very, very reasonable. So many equal lows. So we had liquidation above here, break of structure here, price comes into premium, break of structure, order flow is just bearish. That's all I see. Bearish order flow, bunch of liquidity pools on the downside. So we are still in the trade. Just have to be confident and accept whatever results it comes with. So we have stop loss above this high. So let's see how it goes. Any questions, guys? If you have questions, you can ask me. If you have questions, you can ask me. Suggestions, you can bring it up. I think so far what I've recorded is enough. I'm gonna stop the recording.